Now that we have an overview of our to-do list application and have installed VS Code and Python, let's dive into the project structure. This project requires a prior understanding of functions and variables for better comprehension. If you lack previous knowledge of these concepts, make sure to subscribe so you get notified when we release a video covering functions and variables soon. We begin with the display menu function. This function is responsible for displaying the menu options to the user. It's a straightforward function with no parameters and no return value. Its main purpose is to provide a user interface for interacting with the to-do list application. When called, it prints out the available options, adding a task, viewing tasks, removing a task, and exiting the application. This function is called at the start of each loop iteration to remind the user of their options. Next, we look at the add task function. This function handles the addition of new tasks to the to-do list. It takes one parameter, tasks, which is a list where all tasks are stored. The function prompts the user to input a new task, appends this task to the tasks list, and then prints a confirmation message. This function is called when the user selects the option to add a new task. Next, the View Tasks function allows users to view all the tasks currently in the to-do list. It takes the tasks list as a parameter and checks if it is empty. If the list is empty, it informs the user that there are no tasks. Otherwise, it loops through the list, printing each task with its corresponding index. This function is called when the user selects the option to view all tasks. Next, the Remove Tasks function facilitates the removal of tasks from the to-do list. It takes the tasks list as a parameter, displays the current tasks, and prompts the user to enter the number of the task they wish to remove. The function handles potential input errors and confirms the removal of the task. This function is called when the user selects the option to remove a task. Lastly, we have the main function. The main function is the entry point of the application. It initializes an empty tasks list and continuously displays the menu, taking user input to call the appropriate functions. It breaks the loop and exits the application if the user chooses to exit. This function is called when the script is run and ensures that the program runs continuously until the user decides to exit. Run the program, you'll see a menu that allows you to add, view, or remove tasks, as well as exit the application. By using functions and variables effectively, we've created a modular and maintainable to-do list application. This structure not only makes our code more organized, but also easier to understand and extend in the future. In our next project, we'll reuse these functions and variable syntax to create a contact management system. So subscribe, and comment for more tutorials if you found this useful. But until then, Keep coding and keep creating.